good to be back. I was so excited I nearly exhausted myself before the game between staying up half the night with my great Aunt Toddy, hearing wonderful family stories, and her agreeing to allow me to record her so I can get all that stuff for posterity, and coming to see my cats. I have been geeked out, like super geeked out, so I'm thrilled to be here.
What did you think of this game?
Well, I'm certainly glad that we came away with the W. I'm feeling a little shy right now. There's a lot of people standing around me. I felt like in the first half we would have a little bit of just a complacent start to our defensive efforts, and then we'd pull some snazzy maneuver and have a good stop and get the ball back. But it was a good game. I think it was an important game for us to see that these other teams can really play. I mean, they can really play. I was trying to get Tom Leach to ask Coach a question for me during the press conference. What is he going to say to this team about letting Georgia inbounds the ball and pass it up the court that fast? I mean, they were snapping that ball around, and sometimes we looked like we were caught a little off guard. But of course, it was great fun, and it was neat to see Marcus pour it on at the end, and Patterson had such an amazing solid line all the way through, and I got to see a couple of wall antics, which of course made my heart go pitter-patter. So I was pleased overall with the game.
What do you think of this team? What do you think of John Calipari? You're following it pretty closely.
I've been sick all winter, and they have kept me cheerful in spite of being flat on my back with H1N1 and a bunch of other goofy stuff like that. I think it's a fun team, and the spirit around here is just tremendous. When I got here today, it was like I had trouble in the parking lot. It hasn't happened to me in a long time, because there's a sense of energy and excitement about it all. And I got to see Wayne Turner. I did tell Wayne I thought his Sports Illustrated cover was a little prettier than John's, because he had that big reach, that beautiful finger roll.
You got on twice. Are you going to be back?
Well, I am going to be back. Of course, I'm in graduate school, and so it's a little tricky to manage the homework and the commitments and get the grades I want and come to games. But I'll have to get back for at least one more.
Thanks. Great to see you.
Thank you so much, Rob.
Thank you.
Golly gee.
Actually, have you met Coach Calipari?
I haven't met Coach Calipari yet. But, you know, I might not be much, but I'm all I think about. And when I heard that he said on his tweet that he had a special guest, I was like, I don't think it was me, though. What's that all about?
It's Mike Tomlin, you heard?
Yeah, I might have to give him some grief about that.
You should, yeah.
Absolutely.
Please do.
Is John Wall now your favorite cat?
Did you notice that Tony Delk wore a brown suit today? I think Tony will always be my favorite cat. I mean, first of all, I like to give Eric Bledsoe a little love, because we'll probably have him a little bit longer, maybe not too much longer, but somewhat longer, and I thought that his play contributed a lot today. I felt, especially after the first half, and John was having a little bit of a slow game, a human game. Bledsoe came out with an awful lot of energy. Anyway, favorite cat. I was around that 96 championship team so much, and to be friends with the MVP of the Final Four, who set a record for threes made. And, he had that open look at a three-pointer with time running out, and he chose a high percentage shot. I mean, that's a cool Wildcat.
Good memory.
Yeah.
So have you watched all the games this year? What's been your favorite game so far?
Well, I rather like this one because I was here, but I liked UConn. I liked that game. I'm not much of a message board person, but I was on the message boards till about 5 in the morning. I could not sleep, but I was comforted to know there were
Do you have a name on the message boards? I mean,
yeah, that's smart. I'll tell you that right now. Let me just share that with you.
What do you post, is what I'm asking.
I actually don't post, and I don't read negative stuff, and I don't approve of negative stuff. But I read, I read a little bit, and I was comforted to know there were other UK fans out there who could not sleep after the UConn game.
You want to tell us what side you were on?
Cat's Paws. That's the one I look at.
What about just the excitement? What about the excitement surrounding the program? Is it good to see that again?
It's tremendous to see the excitement around the program. It's really something. People are inspired and positive, which is actually especially nice to experience, the positivity. How are you?
Fine. How about you?